Hey everyone, this is Joe in General, your resident reason and evidence enthusiast. It is your weekly Bitcoin price analysis update. It is Wednesday, the 24th of May, 2017. Well, looky where we are here. We're right in the thick of it right now. It is approximately 10 p.m. roughly Australian time. We've just recently, about 5-10 minutes ago, hit this high of $2,401.30. That is, of course, using the bitcoinwisdom.com website. It's the Bitstamp exchange and it's priced in US dollars. Interestingly, in, let's see, BTC to AUD, in Australian dollars, one Bitcoin is 31.89 and 40 cents. That is crazy. I'm here in Australia, so it's really exciting stuff. But we've certainly gone through that $2,300 level that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. That was based on Clif High's webbot prediction. Once again, if you're watching, if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, my deal with the whole webbot prediction thing is I really don't give a flying. I don't care because if enough people believe it, then they will act accordingly. They'll put in sell orders at around your 2,300 roughly, and that kind of drives the price up. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Well, we've certainly passed through that $2,300 level, and it's been with not much pomp and circumstance. It really didn't resist for very long at all, if hardly at all, and we've punched right through. We had a little bit of a dip from 23.40 back down to just under 23, but we're currently topped out at $2,401.30. And I swear to you, this line here is the exact same line in the exact same place. Haven't moved it since the last, at least last week's video, and I think the week before maybe. And interestingly, just by the by, where I've started recording this video, we've just really touched that line. So pretty interesting stuff. So the question is this 2,400 level going to be it? We're currently a little bit below, about 23.82. Will we see a little bit higher? If we are, let's look at a couple of places. Of course, the obvious place would be the psychological value of 2,500 US dollars. And when you look at here on the chart here, let's see, 2,500, where's that? That's around about there. That's such a tiny pierce above this level. It could certainly hit 2,500 potentially. And again, bear in mind, this new line that I've drawn is very approximate. I tried to do as close as I could. It's a parallel line, and it's based on trying to do the equal distance between this line and this line. So it's not even going to be exact. So if that's 2,500 right there, that could even be, that may even be a miscalculation of the distance between there and there. But 2,500 is certainly doable. If we take the exponential Fibonacci calculation from the old high of 1350 and the low of 891.33, we get the 2.618 Fibonacci calculation of 2643. Let's see where 2643 lands. That's bang right there roughly. Again, that's a pretty small pierce above. 2643 could be a place where it tops out if you're a big follower of Fibonacci upside and downside targets. They've certainly done me very well in the past, Fibonacci and exponential Fibonacci. So that's probably, I'd say, the two targets that you'd be looking at if we're going to pierce above here, and that's a big if at this stage. Again, 2,500 or 2643. Now, coming down from here, you've got a couple of key levels. Of course, you've got the $2,000 psychological value, although, let's see, did that spend much time? Let's put that to the 5%. Let's look at this on maybe the 4-hour chart. And here's 2,000 right here, and it did come up to about 23.35, and it consolidated, retraced back down to 2,000 very briefly. So you could see potentially, the $2,000 level could potentially be another buy-in spot, because with the webbot prediction, it was saying a several $100 retracement from about $2,300, that is, and a several $100 retracement Now, several $100s is not $700. That's a different thing. Apparently, the webbot prediction didn't say $700. It said several $100s. I haven't read the prediction myself. This is based on what I heard from jsnip4, his channel. Go check him out. Because he did buy the report. So several hundred is different to 700. If you look at the definition of several, it actually means more than two, but not many. Doesn't mean 700. So it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, could be 7, could even be 8. It's not going to be, you know, 1000, i.e. 1,000. Otherwise you'd say 1,000. But it can be anywhere from, say, you know, more than two, but not many. So it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7. So that's a big question of where it's going to retrace down to, which it absolutely will. It's definitely going to retrace down. But again, you've got that psychological value of 2,000. From there, you've got this little high here of 1892. That could certainly be maybe a level to put in a little buy order. And of course, you've got, you've got that 1745 level, that previous 1.618 level of 1745 on the, based on that high and low here. And 1745, call it 1750 roughly, that coincides about there. It doesn't look particularly key when you look at on this particular time frame, which is the 1 day. And then from there, I think you've probably got maybe around that 1600, but you've got this bottom end, what I'd call now the bottom end of the trend channel. Now, I'm giving you a fine silver guarantee, i.e. a 99.99% guarantee that at some point, I think we are going to visit this bottom end of the trend channel. When that happens remains to be seen, but I think we're definitely going to be visiting it at some point. Could it be during this big retracement, this several $100 retracement? Sure, but at some point we're definitely going to revisit it. So for the people that have been placing sell orders as it's been going up, hopefully you're not selling all your Bitcoin. That would be a stupid idea. But if you've been placing sell orders at, say, you know, 1800, 1900, of course, you know, close to 2000, 21, 22, and of course around about 23, and it's already up at 24, if it doesn't retrace down immediately to, you know, 2000, for example, or if it doesn't retrace down to the levels at which you sold, and therefore you're thinking, oh crap, you know, I'm gonna have to buy back in higher. Bear in mind, you've got this longer term, now bottom end trend channel, which I absolutely believe, of course, don't take my word for it, but I believe we will see a test of this line at some point. So if, for example, you sold your Bitcoin, most of your Bitcoin at, say, $2,000, well, it's going to take a long time to get back to 2000. See if it if it sort of comes down here and consolidates, and we definitely hit this bottom end of the trend channel, which we will. It wouldn't be until about, let's say, it's about the start of October. So you've got plenty of time. You could just wait it out. If it doesn't come back down straight away to your sell level to buy back in, you want to buy back in a lot lower. You've still got, I think, a lot of time for it to get to you know, the bottom end of this trend channel, although that could certainly happen very quickly. So we could see, as I said, a retracement down to this bottom end of the trend line. If it's very soon, if it's part of this very large several $100 retracement, then you're looking at around about a price of, say, between 1500 and 1600. And of course, finally, I'm not so sure anymore. As I mentioned in my previous video, back to through 1350, I was saying I'm not quite sure now that 1350 here is going to be seen, because again, say webbot prediction said several $100. Well, 2400 to 1350 is certainly more than several hundred. But look, again, that webbot prediction thing may not be a thing at all, and so there is certainly precedence for the price to visit old highs. We've certainly, you know, we've done it here, we've done it here, we've certainly done it in previous times in the Bitcoin chart, and in pretty much all charts it does happen where you see a test of a previous old high. That's a massive, massive retracement. But, you know, in the Bitcoin world, it certainly, it wouldn't surprise me if it does come back down. But I think more likely, if we're going to top out here at 2400 or even go a little bit higher, 25, 2643, we will not see a test of 1350. I could certainly be wrong, and I'll be happy to be wrong, because people who put buy orders in here will be very, very happy, and I'll be happy for them. But I think more likely we will see definitely a test here of that 1900, in my opinion, and I think we'll definitely see a test some point here of that bottom end of the trend channel. So look, I'm going to keep it at that. I'm going to try and stay up as long as I can. Unfortunately, I think the price, I think it's going to come to its climax while I'm asleep overnight. So let's see what the price is in around about 10 hours or so. I'm going to try to stay up as long as I can to see where this goes. Of course, if you want to stay updated with the Bitcoin price regularly every Wednesday, subscribe to my channel. In the last 11 or 12 days, I've increased my channel from 1,000 subscribers to 1,699, almost 700 new subscribers in about 11 or 12 days. And that's fantastic stuff. Thanks to all those new subscribers. Okay, guys, stay safe, stay informed. Speak soon.